Hello, my name's Jadine and I'm a user experience designer and I make videos about design, research and accessibility. I've talked a lot about UX research in my most recent videos, especially the types of research that I conduct in my current role. But this isn't the case for everyone. In fact, a UX researcher and a UX designer are two unique roles in their own right. UX researchers and UX designers do share common ground, but the roles are different. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at what the differences are between the role of a UX researcher and a UX designer to help you see which role you're more suited to. Let's begin with a UX researcher. UX researchers plan, design, and carry out research activities with users that will help the team get a better understanding of the people that use a product or service. This research informs design decisions so that websites, software, and services all meet user needs. UX researchers often work alongside designers and developers in all stages of the product cycle, as user research is an iterative process. Skills required to be a UX researcher. Some of the skills and knowledge required to become a UX researcher are experience planning and conducting user research. You want to be familiar with the different kinds of user research methods and when to use them. I've done some videos recently on this that would help you out. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check them out later. Another skill would be knowledge of user research tools such as Lookback, Google Analytics, and SurveyMonkey, just to name a few. Critical thinking and problem-solving skills will help you notice patterns in data and think creatively about solutions. Also, great interpersonal and communication skills are wonderful. Think about it. You're going to be the one conducting the research, helping colleagues understand user behaviours and presenting user insights to project stakeholders at all levels. Having great communication skills isn't a skill to be overlooked. It's essential to share user insights and product ideas. Roles and responsibilities of a UX researcher. As a UX researcher on a daily basis, you'll be responsible for designing and conducting user research and identifying the best methods based on research goals and resources. A UX researcher is responsible for all aspects of research: the planning, recruiting participants, moderation, analysis of the data, and finally putting it all together in a report. As a UX researcher, you'll be using a variety of user testing methodologies to reveal actionable insights. You will also need to be comfortable working with data, from gathering and analysing all the way through to putting together designs and presentations. Now, let's take a look at a UX designer. UX designers use research to understand their users and create websites, software, and services to meet their needs. UX designers often work alongside researchers and developers in all stages of the product cycle. Skills required to be a UX designer. Some of the skills and knowledge needed to become a UX designer are user research. Every new project starts with research, and in the absence of a UX researcher, UX designers are expected to conduct user research to gain the valuable user insights needed. Another skill is wireframing and prototyping, which is a great way to understand key functionality of your design before being built by a developer. Visual design is also a great skill, creating assets, icons, presentations, prototypes, and even mock-ups depending on the requirements of your role. If there is a UI designer, this will gauge how much you'll be involved with this part of the process. And finally, empathy. UX designers should take time to learn about people. Empathy is the ability to understand and feel the emotions of others. A deep understanding of end users allows designers to create products that truly engage, solve problems, and delight. The role and responsibilities of a UX designer. As a UX designer on a daily basis, you could be interpreting data and feedback to implement into design iterations, determining information architecture and creating sitemaps to plan for usability. Sitemaps provide a full overview which helps the team to simplify remove unnecessary pages, and keep what's important. Another task could be creating prototypes and wireframes which will determine the intended functionality of the interface, and then conducting usability testing on wireframes or high fidelity mockups to get that feedback to then feed into the iterations. In the case of a designer, this means that you could be heavily involved with user research if your company doesn't have a designated UX researcher. Sometimes designers write UX copy if the company doesn't have a UX writer. The range of a UX's duties is often defined by the product, the budget, and the company that they work in. So prepare to be flexible depending on where you work. I hope you enjoyed today's video and that you learned more about the differences between a UX researcher and a UX designer's roles. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel for more UX content. And if you have any questions about UX research or UX design, drop them in the comments below, and go and check out my previous videos on UX research if you want to learn more. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!